It's 11 p.m. I have 45 minutes before I turn back into a pumpkin, and I just spent 20 of them reading about DLSS 5. Nvidia is calling this the GPT moment for graphics, but based on the recent demo, it feels like a ransom note on our hobby. The demo for this neural rendering miracle wasn't running on a PC, it was running on two RTX 5090s, one to play the game, and one just to think about the lighting. If my graphics card needs a roommate just to render a coffee cup in Starfield, we aren't talking about innovation anymore. We're talking about a hardware-gated barrier that's designed to price the average consumer out of their own living room. Today, we're auditing why DLSS 5 might be the most anti-gamer tech that Nvidia has ever built. Before we dive too deep into my negative thoughts, I will give Nvidia the win on the legacy stuff. If you tell me that DLSS 5 can infuse pixels to make, I don't know, Dead Space 2 or Mass Effect look like a modern Hollywood VFX shot, take my money. Using AI to fill in the gaps of 20-year-old tech is a preservation miracle. It's the ultimate gamer nostalgia trip. But the caveat to that is the technology for DLSS 5 should work with the card that I already own, whether that's my 4070 Super or a generation before that, because any of us that have recently upgraded our PCs can't afford to make the leap to a 50 series or beyond card just because Nvidia's introduced some new tech. But Nvidia doesn't really seem to be pitching this or targeting this towards legacy games. They're pitching this as the future of new releases. And that's where the professional version of the Naptime dad starts seeing red flags, because DLSS 5 isn't improving the art, it's interpreting and rewriting it. The internet's already calling this AI slop for a reason. Have you seen the Resident Evil face comparisons? The AI is neural rendering faces to look like fake mobile game ads or gacha game ads. It's yassifying our favorite characters, adding makeup and a lip filter that, being realistic, the original artists just never intended. When you start letting the algorithm interpret the material of a character's skin or the gloss of their eyes, then you aren't playing the developer's vision anymore. You're playing a fever dream. I personally don't need hyper-realistic skin pores if the character looks like a soulless filter. I'd take the handcrafted art direction of Claire Obscure or the masterclass art direction of Hades over a photorealistic algorithm any day. Style survives, brute force, as we've learned over the last series of years, just gets more expensive. But here's the real kicker. This ends up being just the ultimate get out of jail free card for lazy optimization. We've already seen developers stop optimizing for performance because DLSS will fix it, or upscaling FSR will fix it. Now, they're going to stop optimizing for visuals. Why bake lighting or hand texture a world when you can just ship a basic build and let Nvidia AI guess where the sun goes up? And again, if this tech is locked to 50 series cards or above, or requires a dual GPU to compute, it is a transparent ploy to push us all into the cloud. If you can't afford the $4,000 entry fee for local neural rendering, Nvidia's happy to rent you a seat on their servers. GeForce Now isn't a feature, it's the destination. It's pure corporate ego, shifting the power from our desks to their data centers. We need to stop calling these hacks innovations. A GPT moment for graphics sounds great until you realize the AI is the one doing the painting and you're just the one that's paying for the electricity. I want my games to be built well, not patched by a hallucinating algorithm. But hey, the toddler just moved on the monitor, so my golden window is officially closed. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is DLSS 5 a breakthrough, or are we just watching the death of art direction in real time? To me, this seems like Nvidia's case of you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I'm the Naptime Dad, thanks for tuning in, and remember, the only grinding we do is for coffee beans. I'll catch you in the next one.